for the reason, huh?
You must be out your motherfucking mind to assume your puppet masters ain't planning mad disaster and doom. The very moment you pop out of your mom's womb, you're a sovereign king ready to blossom and bloom. However, things change for the absolute worst when you're issued a live certificate of birth, and that number is given to you before you're dribbling. And that's when you become a United States citizen. Slavery has been abolished. I know that you heard the news with the 14th Amendment's voluntary servitude. Once you register your child, you make a major alteration. You are now employed by United States Corporation. The Constitution thereby becomes a fiction. You can't mention it in any statutory jurisdiction. They hoodwink masses of people something awful. Just cause something's legal doesn't mean that it is lawful. It's time for me to change from being what I am. Through the years I feel the need like any other man. But what will I become? What am I to find?
What's the reason for the treason, huh? You wanna die?
I see no reason, baby, I'm
What's the reason for the treason, huh?
I see no reason,
What's the reason?
see no rhyme.
What's the reason?
I see no reason, I see no reason,
What's the reason?
I see no reason to waste my precious time.
What's the reason for the treason? You wanna die?
Best believe I believe in the life I'm leading. I'm a freedom fighter, I'm a fight for freedom. I'm the type that'll put a knife to the windpipe of a tyrant, leaving bleeding. Yeah, and I see no reason to keep accepting these acts of treason, to keep on eating the food they feeding, to keep believing the shit they preaching. Why? Because it's always lies, and when they caught, they don't even apologize. So when they open up their mouths, I tend to tune them out. I don't even pay attention when I see them speaking. Yeah, we gotta be the change, rearrange the system and let freedom reign. From sea to sea, friend, it's a brand new season. No more living like a slave, I don't see no reason.
I see no reason, baby, I'm blind. I see no reason, I see no rhyme. I see no reason, I see no reason, I see no reason to waste my precious time.
I'm gonna let it play for a second. Make sure I get no disturbances in the forest. I'm setting up a Google Meet too, so give me a second. Them polar bears are drowned in.
Global warming alarm is dressed up as science.
You might have to sacrifice
Uh-oh, what happened? There we go.
But it's not science.
and change us surroundings. Prepare to sacrifice.
It's propaganda.
I love to party with the New World Order. What's his name? Kissinger? That's my man. Brzezinski? He got the plan. Rockefeller? Keeping Manhattan vibrant. Are you familiar with some of these names I say? They've been controlling your life all over. I've been studying these creatures who've been working for a long time, lurking in the shadows and they working for the wrong kind. Never in my travels have I come across the more crime-ridden gaggle of jokers. Now this could be the all-time. They love to blast girders, torture sheep and ass herders, steal a couple trillion, man, I'm telling you, they class burglars. No doubt could be cast about and see that as unheard of. They got away with robbery, racketeering, and mass murder. This world is going up in flames, and nobody wants to take blame. Continue to let these people rule, and I promise you, your climate's gonna change.
Nobody.
Your climate's gonna change.
You got it, JJ.
Yeah. The banksters
Saddle
got all
in
your
the house.
servants on the tape. They poses altruists with all the apple pies they pay. I sympathize with all the folks who aren't aware, and all of the sheeple that I meet in the street and try to speak sense to who do not care. Cause they watch CNN and Fox and they think that it's all a game, but they don't understand that's Pentagon run. Their climate's gonna change. This world is going up in flames, and nobody wants to take the blame. If you continue to help perpetuate this game, I promise you, your climate's gonna change. You comfortable? Your climate's gonna change. Ready for your carbon credits? Obamanoids?
You can't say that CO2 will fly.
You can Obamanoid.
They've just been told lies. That's what it
I don't think you
comes
can
down
find that.
I've been analyzing this, they keep spraying in the air. People walking around in a daze unaware. There's nothing left in their memories to compare. The deep blue azure skies that used to be there. Look up, and you'll see what I'll say. The hideous plans to alter your DNA. You were just a slave, let's get that out the way. But that all can stop if you cease to obey. If you believe that you can slip right through the cracks, homie, you just haven't been examining the facts. I know you think it's cool to sit back and relax. Now your breath they poison, soon your breath they'll tax. American soldiers are training to take you under as they guard the very heroin that's got them hooked in record numbers. The machine is infallible, it never blunders. CIA #1 smack dealer if you ever wondered. Ask my homie Gemini, Senor Ball. You better school
I'm
us.
in fun.
9/11 was
It's
an
an
inside
inside
job.
job.
9/11 was an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job.
Boston bomb. Pearl Harbor. Oklahoma.
City bomb?
Uvalde. Sandy Hook. Pulse nightclub. Vegas beautiful. Trump assassination. The Charlie
This
Kirk.
world is going up in
Covid.
flames, and nobody
Holy hollow.
wants to
That man.
take the blame. Continue to let these people rule, and I promise you, your climate's gonna change. Your climate's gonna change.
You got more
We
people
are
on
in
there?
process of developing a whole series of techniques which will enable the controlling oligarchy that always existed and presumably always will exist to get people actually to love their services.
I don't love my service, do you?
Seems to me the ultimate in malevolent revolution, shall we say.
Okay, well, I got a question for you, JJ. What is a benevolent revolution? You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's such a thing.
Is
I don't
that
think
an
it exists.
oxymoron?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Jesus. Now I was playing with this compass that I got. This thing actually works well. I like it. Did you get a look at it, JJ?
Yeah, I think I have a twin.
Oh, you got one of those too, huh? Did you? I like it.
Yeah, I'm in a
Classic.
special club, bro.
Ooh,
Special.
well, I sent Ryan the link too, and I sent a whole bunch of other people on our list a link to this. But I got the troll trap set now. So.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Birdman again, regardless, because he is the man. Bird man.
The bird. Amen. So I always want to go back through some of the scam articles stuff, like the original stuff, and how they're pointing out the longitude and latitudes don't match up with some of the boat trips you take across the southern oceans and things. They go into good detail, and time and date doesn't match up with their sunrise, sunset, all the rest of that. There's tons of good information in those documentaries.
Yeah, I don't think the weather matched either with the what they showed and what you looked up. It didn't.
I remember the day they got there, what they were showing and what they were telling us over the weather wire wasn't the same, dude. Not at all. None of we were online watching their
Yeah.
first.
Even their reports, like when you go onto their website, I remember looking for their marathons and shit, and like what is it, the ALE or whatever, the logistics company or whatever, they have their own website where they'll like talk about the events that are occurring, and never one time did they mention anything about them even being there. They okay.
It's pretty odd. And then when they wanted to get him on Uruguay time with hey dude, what's his name? Steve. Hey dude, wanted to with the phone call. Yeah, they figured out how to get daylight during that time period. I'm pretty sure they pre-did it, and then they did a live then, and they didn't call Steve. I guarantee you, it was daytime where they were, but it was nighttime where Steve is. I'm pretty much so. Yeah, that would make tons of sense. So yeah, he was
Tucson's.
gonna. What? Two? No, there's not two sons.
Oh.
Do you got
uh,
we got evidence to back that claim, sir? Jeez.
uh, uh, what's that up there?
There's nothing up in my sky
Look
right now.
over there.
It's over that way. Okay, I saw it. What was
Look
it?
up.
It's down. So don't make a record of anything. So what I was saying before I got brutally interrupted was that I don't think our days are set properly within they have to make 12 of them, right? Uh, well, 12 months. You got. I'm trying to see if I can. I got my head kind of around what I'm thinking of. It's like your day starts when the sun rises. That should start your day. Your clock should start then, right?
Right. Just like
The-
April Fool should be the beginning of the year because that's when this, you replant and everything comes
right.
starts over, you know.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
they got us in a world where people argue about which way is up. Like that's where we're at, you know.
yeah, it's confusing. It's math.
Holy shit, bro.
I know.
We're gonna need a
So
bigger shovel.
let's say hi to all the new folks that came in. We got a couple of newbies that showed in.
All
Not newbies
right.
to the channel, but yeah, we got Matthew is in here. Matthew Eastman, Saddlebum showed up, and all the regular ones that were here before are still here. And the Super Sidewinder decided to show up for some odd reason. He had nothing
Uh
better to do.
I think Dr. Phil sent him.
Oh, it did, huh? Huh. I think
Yeah,
we need to
we're
revamp the whole thing. Yeah.
we're killing time over there in between your streams. We had a good old time, dude. We were trying to get kicked, but I don't
Nobody
know,
want to
man.
kick you out of Dr. Phil's? Come on.
Nah, no.
Mm,
We were riding the line though. We were testing the waters,
mm.
dipping the toe in a jacuzzi, so to speak.
I hear you. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is instead of like going on an international time scale like they have, if we need a local time set for each region, and that's the way your time should start at sunrise, sundown. That's the way it should be for every local. We should have localized time zones, not international time zones, not countrywide. You know,
Yeah,
your
and
day starts. Where you are. Yeah.
daylight savings is absolutely retarded. It's like cutting off the top of a blanket and sewing it onto the bottom and thinking it's going to help.
Yeah. Well, I was on Sandy's the other night back in the back office for about 3 or 4 hours. We were talking about that. She's, well, how does that work on a flat Earth? Well, it does work on a flat Earth because the sun's right above you when your day starts, and it said, well, that's going to mess up everybody's time. I said,
Oh,
it's
shout
going
out
to.
to Sue Finelli as well. I didn't
Oh,
see
yeah.
Sue there.
I mean, seasonal is the 13-month calendar is going to screw everything up too. Your holidays aren't going to fall on the same days necessarily.
You'll,
Winter solstice is it on the 15th, not on the 21st.
yeah, they sure reverse engineered everything, man. They got us so off track, like I was saying, man, to where people don't know up from down. And really, everything they touch, man, anything the mainstream has touched is molested.
Yeah, absolutely. And even our observations, we can actually show that our observations aren't due to curvature for the first part. And that's obvious. It's due to other effects that happen over water, especially the ones that are obstructed by the optics that you look through. It's going to. I have prime examples on tap right now if you want to look at them. But you get my point, don't you?
Yeah, I think it would be
So,
pretty natural for us to, like, if nobody indoctrinated you whatsoever, you had no connection with the mainstream. I'm pretty sure you'd have no problem keeping track of your own damn time without their filthy little paws on it.
of course,
You know what I'm
that's how
saying?
they rule the world. I think, dude. They literally rule the world with time. So
Yeah, they did. Shout out to Plain and Simple, Mr.
Plain and Simple.
Suits.
And
Yeah,
Super's had a lot of new videos. He's put a lot of new songs out lately too. I'm gonna put a link in the back so in Google Meet so
turn
if
the
somebody joins in.
page. Yeah,
So I mean,
I
we've
like
done the
that.
best we could. Like with the Gleason's map, he did the best he could do with the information he had. So he put together what he considers a good clock for the sun and all the rest of that stuff. And a lot of people like to downplay that, but I mean, you only got so much information you get to work with it, and you're in a world where they rule it.
Yeah,
What they say
even
goes.
even the good options that we have, we can't trust fully. So they always, give us enough truth to convince us that hey, there's the good guy, right? But at the end of the day, they're all in the same damn club, or else it wouldn't be obtainable. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only obtainable if they want it to be honest,
Yeah.
right?
Well, they've had
End
plenty
of
of
the day,
opportunity to like revamp the calendars. They've actually tried to do that, but they get pushback from the powers that be. You know what I'm saying?
right?
Like
And anybody that's gonna have one is whether whatever they play is it's just a story because you're not it's not gonna make leadway unless they're a part in that club. That's all I'm
no.
saying.
But if
So
we get put under thumb when we point that out. That's what they're doing. Like when we're pointing out the flaws in their models, their time zones, and everything else, they throw a fit when we show the observations that they're making out that are half curvature of a geometric kind. That's not geometric. They get freaking pissed off and they come after
yeah, it just shows you it's all about controlling the narrative, and the second that's out of their hands, they spurg.
you. Spurg, spurg, spurg. Spurgity spurg, spurg, spurging. Yeah, I've been watching that for the last 2 weeks now. Nathan's back in the arena. That's all they're doing is spurging, dude. They'll go on for a couple of hours, and the ones
I
that try
like
to make sense out of it, try to
my
convolute
favorite
it.
my favorite one is you guys are just parrots. It's like, yeah, we're parroting measurements. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
pet
How do you
go
pair
ahead.
area measurement, dude? How do you do that?
Yeah, you're accusing us of
Measuring
regurgitating measurements. Okay.
and the way they're obtained too. That's really the big. That's they don't realize that the way they obtain the measurements are really the issue. How you need to obtain the measurements. You need that 90 degree. You need the parallel plane to get an angle.
How dare you parrot how flat it is, dude?
I don't know. I'm just making an observation. I mean,
You're just a
anybody can
parrot,
draw a
man.
diagram. To it. Yeah.
Just a parrot.
All right, so let's look at Scam Arctica 1. Remember that one, don't you?
I do.
The Antarctic Circuit Jerk, man, that was a good one. We'll skim through it, and pull out the good parts because I mean this thing is lengthy. I think it's 3 hours, ain't it?
Yeah, all of them are pretty long, huh?
Yeah. Well, he's got a lot to say.
Yeah. No, they're good.
I like a lot to say sometimes, but then again, sometimes you just need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's very in depth.
Yeah, it is. I
I'm
like
gonna
the way he
shut the
plays.
fuck up.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm doing the sob thing. I need that song. I'm just saying, man. I'm not mad at you. I like you, but it's just sometimes you need to shut the fuck up. I don't know if you can hear all this, but right now my Restream is doing the same thing. It's cutting the flip. I need to give it a second so it catch up with itself. There he goes. Here we are. The circle jerk. Hit it. There, a lot of music in here.
This is the globe map of the 46 main bases on the alleged continent of Antarctica. The 9 bases circled in red in the top left of the Antarctic Peninsula do not have any periods of 24-hour sunlight, and there are many more bases on that peninsula tip, all the same. The globe model says this is because they are too far north of, or just outside of, the circle of latitude that would constantly be facing the sun during the period of September 21st through March 23rd every year at the extreme South Pole, for example.
I'm just going to say that makes absolutely no sense to
Some
me
cartoon.
whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, shouldn't it be like the North? I mean, come on now.
Yeah, I mean, the sun circling the center point here. These things are in the longitude and latitude too. There's
Yeah.
like some of these bases that are in the same
Yeah.
circumference of it, all
So
the way down. It should be a solid circle.
yeah,
Yeah,
you can only see it from Shield Dome. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Yeah, makes
Deception Island.
Why would they call it that? I have no idea.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Wasn't that your motto for like a month?
Yeah, it was
Good motto.
good
Yeah, don't listen to
times.
me. Don't worry about it. Yeah, just over there. So, what you see over
A-
there?
And then I went to worry about it for about a week.
Oh yeah, it worked, didn't it? Yeah, they start worrying now because you found out they're lying to you. That's pretty amazing. I hear kids in the background. JJ, you got some family over?
It's the grandkid.
Ah, how lovely! I got to see mine. They made it back from Arizona Arizona today. Yeah, they got
He's
here. Ooh,
cracking
somebody's
out on
trying to.
that Fortnite.
Oh, nice. Who wants to come in? Oh, deplorable. You can sit back there, Dave, for a long, long time. I don't have to worry about it. He won't bug me back there. All right. Guess what's back to the scam article?
Or from as short as only December 10th through January 3rd every year at the outermost or northernmost circle of latitude, due to the Earth's alleged 23-degree tilt, keeping those extreme and small southern circles of latitude constantly facing the sun.
Now think about that for a minute. If the Earth is rotating, correct? You follow me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so those other bases within that time frame would actually experience the sun the same, and it would be on the opposite day. So, yeah,
It- this is a real illustration, by the way. This is actual
absolutely.
footage.
What
You can
happened?
tell because it looks so fake.
Yeah, so that within the other 12 hours, they don't get the same solstice
Yeah,
style sunny. They don't get the 24-hour sun. They should actually see it at the horizon at that point too.
yeah, and
At
it
least
probably would
daylight.
never be that high off the horizon either, huh?
No. Oh, I'm pretty sure they worked out the math in their favor somehow or another because it's not observed. I'm pretty sure.
During these months. Obviously, the 37 bases circled in yellow are all inside that latitude ring, which is why they have, or at least claim to have, various time periods of 24-hour sunlight every year in these months. As my friend Jaron said, who has actually recently been to one of those camps here at Union Glacier Station, and yes, they were there, despite all of the endless theories and conspiracy theories abound about whether they were really there or not, or whether the apparent 24-hour sun that they witnessed and filmed was real or advanced technological fakery. None of that.
I got a question for you. Is that exactly where that there is? Because I mean, Steve even points out that that's not exactly where there is. You know what I'm saying? That's not where they're purported to be. Union Glacier isn't exactly what you think it is.
Has anything to do with the hard data and evidence presented in this film. Quote, so all will agree there are latitude lines on Earth, 90 degrees at the North Pole, then heading down 66 degrees at the North Circle, maybe 40 degrees at New York, 25 degrees in Miami, and 0 at the equator. Then down 20 degrees in mid-South America, 50 degrees at Punta Arenas, 66 at the Southern Circle, 79 at Union Glacier, and 90 degrees at the South Pole. What I realized is that if you move the latitude around the globe, the daylight hours never change. More impressive is that they all, without exception,
And that's kind of what I was saying earlier. That's the problem with it because the globe is actually set up on that 12-month time period, the 12-hour day, uh, but not all times are the same. They shouldn't be because the sun's moving over the earth. So that's why get these longer days, shorter days. Your day should start exactly there. Then you would just keep track of that day, and your day would be a shorter hour. You don't need all this other math they throw into it for daylight savings, for anything else. There's just longer days in the summer and shorter days in the winter. But they want to keep track of you with time. But to see beyond that point, how this is done is really the question.
remember that, match exactly their counterpart. Remember that. So if the daylight hours are 15 hours in New York, then every single place on that latitude all the way around the Earth is the exact same daylight on that day, unquote. Good, I'm glad you get that and agree. Because if we live on a globe, then what you said has to apply to the latitude circles in the Antarctic and South Pole as well. So one station on the exact same latitude line as any other station there has to have not.
I get a feeling we're going to do a comparison to the north to the south. You know what I'm saying? JJ, you're still with me?
I am.
Yeah. So like this doesn't comport with the north at all, does it?
Actually, once the circle got bigger, it looked kind of the same. I kind of took back half of what I said, for all you trolls out there that are watching.
Yeah.
I reclaim my time.
Okay, good. Well, there's trolls watching, I'm sure. I'm absolutely positive.
That's what I'm here for, man. At the end of the day, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to Steve. So, well, we're going to learn some things today, ladies and gentlemen.
Not only the exact same daylight time, but also the exact same length of days for a 24-hour sun. Because as you said, every single place on that latitude all the way around the Earth is the exact same daylight on that day. That means one station here cannot be having 5 extra days of a 24-hour sun daylight, while the exact opposite is not also having the exact same 24-hour sun daylight for those same 5 days. And if that's not only not happening.
Oh, that's a good question. Just down in south to begin with. So I'm sure we're going to compare the daylight in this base to this base during this time frame. What do you think? I'm going to go with it.
Yeah, it'd be hard to hang on down there.
Down where? Oh God. Yeah, up, down, right, left, north, south, east, west. Yeah, what's the difference, man? I got a compass today though, so I think I can find my way around.
Yeah, just depending on what side of the ball you're on, dude, you got to make sure you hold it according to that, because level changes, guys. It can be vertical sometimes. It
Does it
can be
lean to the side, maybe?
horizontal. It could be like 66.6 degrees.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but the cool thing with this compass, you remember this, it's got a lock on the side of it, so you can lock and get your mark if you're doing like celestial navigation. That's what it's designed.
It's a multi-tool. You could put it in a sock and take care of a glober. You know what I'm saying? It's an all-in-one tool.
Yeah. My grandma gave me a whole bunch of roll of nickels, stuck it in a sock. So here you go, son. Like, all right, if you're out and about, you see something. Here you go.
Survival kit, dude.
Yeah, dude. If you get in the head with like 4 rolls of nickels, it'd knock you out.
Oh boy.
Nickel's a heavy metal, isn't it?
Heavy enough.
Oh yeah, it does the job. All right, let's get back to Steve.
We need to ban nickels.
As Jaron says, it has to happen on the globe for all Antarctic bases on the same exact latitude, either around and across from each other. But that's not even happening either for the bases only 50 to 170 miles away from.
I'm just going to say this, and your opinion, JJ, is do you think Jaron is a known liar right about now?
I'd have to say that. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. They didn't even do a very good job, like easing it in there. And that was the most obvious shit I've ever seen in my life.
No, that hurts. Yeah,
it was almost baffling. Like you could at least, I don't know, had a little bit of a bunker
waited a couple of years and then kind of eased out, like, oh,
Yeah, give it a week or 2 or something. Yeah. Jeez.
Whew. Yeah. Now back to Scam-Arctica.
Each other on both the same latitude and even nearly the same longitude, which, as you'll see, is the case, then Houston, we have a problem. As my brother Jaron said in his own words, and I love you, brother, if you map the Earth on a sphere, then every sunrise time and angle is predicted and explained and accounted for every single location there is on Earth. the entire globe and all places on it, and for every day for the entire year and years into the future. Which means in record time, since only just over 1 month ago in Antarctica, Jaron must have double-checked every single location there is on Earth, which even a supercomputer couldn't easily do in a month, if at all, to be sure of this statement, even though only 3 short sentences later he admits, "I will say I came to this realization. It would be impossible, straight up impossible, for them to map every location on Earth and correctly account for sunrise and sunset on any model at all, unless it were the truth. So the sphere Earth is the truth, and no one has ever been able to correctly map this place at all unless they place us on a sphere." Even though Nicole Murphy from Law of the Luminaries and I just explained in under 2 hours exactly how to easily do that on a Gleason flat map, and even design software if your budget and time allowed. Once you understand the 7 movements of the apparent sun and moon, their position between the tropics based on the clock and calendar designed to do just that, mixed with the understanding of the sky wheel, the analemma, and the daily 1 degree sun angle altitude shift and 13.22 degree moon angle.
What did he say? 13.22 degree angle of the moon? I mean, and he gave it a precise 1 degree angle for the sun during the days. So, in other words, it's possible on a flat Earth to actually determine where the sun is going to be at exactly. And it's an apparent sun, just like their apparent sun is too. But I mean, the whole point of the story is that they think this is a stalemate for them for some reason because it's apparent. But we'll examine their predictions. I'm pretty sure we're getting ready to do that now, and their predictions don't cut the mustard. Obviously, there's been some of those bases down in the Antarctic way that don't get predicted properly, and he goes through these. So, in other words, their model has got so many holes in it, too many.
Yeah,
And this one,
I chalk it up as they identify as the sun circling above their head.
oh, that's what they
He's
identify.
identified, dude. That's it. Yeah.
And I don't think the sun circled over their head. I think it went around
Hey,
their location.
it's
Like
their
there's
sun, and they can identify it however they like. Give it pronouns, whatever.
yeah, it just does what it wants to this week. And next week is next year. It's not going to have a 5 hour sun in that part of the world. It's just going to just jump over here. And you saw his other diagram in Scam Arctica 3 where he shows where what the sun has to do to fit their model. It doesn't. There's no way in hell it does that. It doesn't zigzag through the globe model has to be here to here to here to here if it's in its path. No.
Yeah, nothing fits the globe model. What a concept, huh?
Yeah. You get the 6 months up the side of the scale, 6 months down within the cycle. But there's a third one. I mean, 13th one. I don't think they have it on here. That's where the winter is. That's where the sun. What is it called again?
That's a good question.
Orpheus, or I can't
Ooh.
pronounce the Greek word. It's the third 13th constellation. Which one is it?
Yeah, I was high when you told me.
Oh, we have a 13th.
Ophius. Yeah, I know. Something like that.
So they don't account for any of that time in the winter. That's in a circular pattern above you and goes through each one of the houses. It's not down below you at the south, or down at the south. God help. I'm waiting to hear the explanation. The portable ilk is in the back right now, just itching to tell me.
Altitude shift up and down the cone-shaped vortex, which can be double-checked with a compass and your own 2 eyes once you study and understand it, which the secret societies and Jesuits who run the world do. The only place it still works visually from the ground, but doesn't work trying to computer map base locations, is on the alleged globe map of Antarctica, because Antarctica is a giant ice ring on the Gleason map, and the bases would actually be scattered around parts of it. And as you'll see, The globe software clearly doesn't work even remotely accurately on Antarctica either, as Jaron claims. I'm admittedly one of the old school non-supercomputer models, so while I couldn't possibly map every single location on Earth, I was able to do exactly that for every one of these 46 main Antarctic bases on the only 2 different official websites available. And all I
Newscast, they don't match. Just throwing that out there. News, breaking news. Their Antarctic, their Antarctica doesn't work. I mean, Scamarctica, Canarctica. What do you call it now? And none of the times match.
Cantarctica.
There you go.
Yeah.
In other words, Antarctica is scattered all over the Earth. Weird, ain't it?
You can see it from Cantartimus.
Oh yeah, I hear about that. It's a good place to do.
Yeah. But you got to get beyond the Harmon line right before the Milky Way, and you got to be in that Goldilocks zone, and you can see Cantarctica with the naked eye.
Oh yeah, I hear that they can get it from Discovery too. They took a picture of it 1,000,000 miles away, while Jaren's down there waving at the satellite. My friend Duffy was down there.
Brought to you by Home Depot
and Nutella.
have to say, Jaron, is you keep saying that word accurately. I do not think it means what you think it means, as the overwhelming forthcoming evidence will demonstrate. Before that, astute and discerning attentive minds might have already noticed out of curiosity there were 5 Antarctic bases of major interest, all in the alleged 24-hour sun zone, that I was simply unable to find data for on when and how long that 24-hour sun period lasted at those bases. That doesn't mean the data doesn't exist, so I urge you to go do your own research and see if you can find it. Don't take my word for it. Look for yourselves and let me know. While it proves nothing, and I don't want to use it as speculative fluff to add to the other real, hard data I have already collected, it is quite curious, out of pattern recognition, that every single one of them just coincidentally happens to be within only 50 to 170 miles away from a listed base with checkable 24-hour sun dates and times. So you and I aren't easily, if at all, able to compare any glaring.
You have no idea who's in back. I can give you a list. Will Duffy's back there. Deplorable Ilk. Drunk Debunk. IC Spin. There's like 30 people waiting back there in my troll trap right now. They're pissed off, I think. There's even a guy with one tooth Wadger back there as a screen name. Oh god damn. Yeah, you know when you're over the target, right?
Yeah.
They all start shooting. We got excuses. We got explanation. We're just checking data, people. That's all we're doing. Yeah. So deal with it.
Consistencies between those 2 neighboring bases. That said, we luckily have a few other close together sets of bases we can cross and double check to see this is all made up bullshit, along with a pile of other hard forthcoming evidence. Again, this is not to troll my friend Jaron. He is honestly asking for an explanation and not name-calling, and that's what this film is. Quote, he found evidence today that cannot be explained in my mind. That doesn't mean, Jaron, it can't be explained. That's called Plato's cave, or an either-or logical fallacy. If your mind can only comprehend option A or B, but the reality lies within options C through Z, you have to choose one false reality, A or B, over another because your mind has not examined the other options, C through Z, and your ego cannot simply say, undetermined at this point. I don't know for certain yet. I'm still searching. Playing around with the Andrew Marsh globe model for the last couple of hours is a great start, but to call that pretty damn conclusive, now the community needs to check that against other programs and websites to make sure they even match each other, and then have boots on the ground to double check reality versus computer models. Not just playing around on models for a few hours and making blanket statements like the globe predicts every sunrise and sunset of every place and every year. Except when they don't. Let's
For an inanimate object, it certainly does a lot, doesn't it, JJ?
Yeah, it predicted it.
Oh yeah, it's too funny, man. It is. Yeah, when it comes to the like one is like 56 miles from one base to the other, supposedly, and it doesn't have the same 24-hour sun prediction. That's pretty bad, dude. I mean, 56 miles difference at the sun at the height of 93 million miles, you would definitely see it in your sky path.
Yeah, and somehow those rays just seem to be crepuscular every time. It's weird.
Well, they bend and then they become crepuscular because light bends around mass. You know how it works with the time and matter. It bends space time and it
Yeah,
warps
it's like
even light.
a bent radius. I got you.
And radii, yeah, too. Yeah, so that does everything. It's amazing how that works. But the math works out. I'm telling you.
get into it. Suspiciously, there are only two major online sources to consult when checking the dates the alleged 24-hour sun periods stop and start at these bases, length of days on the days just before and after, sunrise and sunset times on those days, and solar noontime for these bases on Antarctica. They are timeanddate.com and dateandtime.info. This in itself is strange and a very easy way to control and fudge information. And again, there may be other software, apps, etc. So the community now needs to double check my data and check other sources against this. I was able to find a third site, sunrise.maplogs.com, that had stats on 5 of the 46 major bases of interest for another comparison. And Jaron, you might want to hold off on that NASA t-shirt just yet. You're about to be space busted. Let's start with the
Oh man, it's getting good so far. Let's take a break for a second. I'm liking this. I forgot about half of these, man, and that's
It's good stuff, man. He's very thorough.
yeah. So I mean, the thing is, I want to get a lot of these sites and start checking date and time. But I mean, we should actually get in contact with some of these people that live in these obviously bases, and I'm sure some of us know some of these people. You know,
Maybe.
Good. But I mean, look at some. You're going to see there's going to be discrepancies, a lot of them, and there's going to be. They made it almost impossible to search this stuff. And if I could show you what I got back in Google Meets, I have over like 43 different screen names back here waiting.
It's
I've been
probably
deleting.
all one dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, just playing.
I don't. I think there's a couple. No, it's them. They're coming after me. They don't want me to go to Antarctica. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's really the whole reason. They swear that they're all for me going. If they were all for me going, they could take some of the millions of dollars that Duffy's got squirreled away somewhere and send me down there and let me make my own observations. Set me up with a package that I can live stream to one of their computers at one of their bases. It's not impossible. They could have done this a long time ago. And it's physically possible to just disprove what they presented in their documentary, as it is. You know, and it hasn't come out yet, has it, JJ? Have you seen any TFE documentary shown anywhere?
They
Anywhere?
lost the telemetry data. It's hard to get back. Painful process.
So
It's
what I'm
a
going to do
lot
for
of
the next 3 streams,
terabytes.
I'm going to go through all 3 of his. He gets more thorough even in the third one too. He looks at the same principles too. The time and date of sunrise, sunset, 24-hour suns predicted by the globe, and all this shit. It should be exact across the globe. Like you said, if it's mapped out that way, it should be exactly true in every one of those longitude and latitudes. Yeah, it's a crying shame. I guarantee you, Jaron gave up on the idea of like looking through all of them and trying to compare and actually seeing if there is a sunrise sunset exactly predicted by the globe in every one of these freaking towns. Yeah. I'll see how many people are backstage right now. Let's see. I only got one guest waiting now. It's deplorable. He's back. Is deplorable every one of those himself? I don't know. There were a couple back here like Roger Still's books. Buy a stolen book from Roger.
Now,
By
did
the
you
way,
see that? Did you see that copy pasted comment that I dropped earlier in your last stream? That
no, I
was
didn't get that. What did it
it
say?
was I got it from Deplorable Inc.'s comments below, and it was Real Cygnus admitting that it was him. That was 99% of the time. He's all the people that are getting kicked out of the chat all the time.
Hmm.
It's all him. He admitted it.
One troll to rule them all.
The real troll.
Yeah. There's probably yeah. I watched like a how to how to be a troll. You get like 16 emails you built, and then you go in and you sub under all those emails to one account, and then you create different screen names for each one of those emails. So you have 16 accounts you can come back in with over. It's all to one server, one email. Like 16 different emails, and you can create like 16 troll accounts. And that's how they do it, dude. That's how they could pound one person with one account with 16 different names. YouTube. I love it. So,
Screw too.
yeah, screw tube. Scam Arctica is good, dude. He's not making any pre-assumptions. They actually modeled out the Earth on the flat Earth with a model that would actually predict
He's
the
just
sunrise.
parroting facts, man. He's just a parrot.
Well, I'm pretty sure if we go through his documentaries, I'm pretty sure that one's in there. That where they explain the altitude of the sun comparably to your location, its longitude, its latitude, and how to trace it through the sky during the day, depending on where you are on the Earth within those longitude and latitudes. So, yeah, I don't like parrots, man, but I've had a few. So let's do some of his breakdowns of these cities right quick, and then we'll I'll save this for the next one, and we'll cover something else. I want to go over what I want to take with me if I get a chance to go to at least Punas Terranas. Let's get it back up on screen for folks. There's enough evidence here to investigate that there's a crime that's happened, and I don't know what the crime is. It's probably more like a lie more than a crime. One big lie to rule them all. Now we're back to the video. Date and time.
Accuracy and reliability of this globe model's ability to at least predict what day the alleged 24-hour sun period starts and finishes for each base. Here's McMurdo Station, allegedly located on the inner 77.5 south latitude ring. According to dateandtime.info, the 24-hour sun period starts October 22nd, yet according to sunrise.maplogs.com, it doesn't start until October 23rd.
That's weird, ain't it?
So weird.
Are we playing the shell game where, which one is it under? Is it under the 22nd, the 24th, or the 23rd? Which one is it? You tell me. It happens different times, different years, I'm telling you.
Better predict correctly.
I know. Predictions.
A whole day later. And according to timeanddate.com, it doesn't start until 2 days later on October 24th. This is an error rate of 2 whole days, and none of the 3 even agree. And yet, when you look at the dates they allege the 24-hour sun ends and periods of dusk or sunrise sunset start, suddenly date and time and date both agree it's February 20th. Yet they were off by 2 days from each other when it starts, and sunrise.maplogs claims the 24-hour sun ends a day before that, on February.
Well, I'm just saying. I think we're off.
19th.
Just a wee bit.
So while for McMurdo Station, Date and time are clearly showing 24-hour sun starting October 22nd, still there the 23rd and 24th, so there are no sunrise sunset stats or day lengths to track and report. Simultaneously, timeanddate.com are giving a very specific sunrise and sunset time on the 22nd, where date and time just said it was already a 24-hour sun. Even an incredibly...
Doesn't that bring up that expression that I think Scott Level Realm likes to talk about? You can't have your cake and eat it too, right? Or
That's
can you?
right. No, you can't.
So, I mean, if the sun's already there, then how come it rises on this day? And that's and it's already in a 24-hour cycle. It's kind of odd. Something's off.
specific day length time of 22 hours, 57 minutes, and 38 seconds down to the second, and have a partial 1 hour and 2 minute period of nighttime from 12:40 a.m. until 1:42 a.m. on the 23rd, when again time and date said it had already been a 24-hour sun that day and the whole day before on the 22nd. And sunrise.maplogs is also showing very specific sunrise, sunset, and day length times for October 22nd, where date and time claim it was already a 24-hour sun. And by the way, sunrise.maplog's sunrise, sunset times for the 22nd are off by...
I think somebody needs to talk to each other about what they're doing if you're trying to deceive people, because they're leaving a lot of stuff out there, you know.
Yeah, most likely by design. I don't know if they're going to justify that they did no wrong. It's our ignorance, but it sure seems if you use, tap into your due diligence, the truth is out there, man.
Yeah. So I mean, one site says it's literally been a 24-hour sun already on this day and the day before, but over here they're saying the sun just now came up and it actually set for what, almost 40 minutes or 30 minutes or so. And like, it doesn't make any sense to me at all. Why would they report this stuff? Just saying.
Yeah, math magics.
Yeah. I don't think it's magic. I just think that if any one of these three sites would be accurate, it'd probably be the lesser of the two. Probably this one where they're saying he had a sunrise.
Yeah.
And
No, magic with a K.
Okay. That makes it different.
Oh, yeah.
I need those Ks.
13 to 18 minutes from time and date, despite both giving details of their alleged certainty down to the second. How can you both be certain to the second of your accuracy and be off from each other so wildly, up to 1 or 2 whole days?
Wow, that's
McMurdo Station is only 1 kilometer or just over a half a mile long. Imagine it's October 25th and you have to interview 3 different people sitting a few blocks down from each other in McMurdo Station. The pink one claims they saw the sun go down for brief dusk or dark October 22nd and then saw 2 days of the sun in the sky for 24 hours on the 23rd and 24th. But the blue one says, no, I was also here. I saw the sun go down for dusk or dark on both the 22nd and 23rd, and then yesterday on the 24th was the first day the sun never went down. And the green one says, no, you're both wrong. I was also here, and the sun never went down on the 22nd, 23rd, or 24th. The 21st was the last day I saw a brief period of dusk or dark. At least 2 of them have to be lying. They can't all disagree and all be correct. But how do you know who's lying? They could all 3 be lying for all you know. Especially when you ask them when they saw the alleged 24-hour sun period end and brief dusk or darkness return. And suddenly, the blue and green both agree on the same day, February 20th, when they disagreed by 2 days in October, and the pink claims, no, I saw a period of dusk or darkness the day before on the 19th. Would you base an entire belief system on their inconsistent testimony, saying, close enough, like Jaron? Or would you smell a rat and investigate all of the
Well, horseshoes and hand grenades, right?
Trust me, bro.
And that grenade blew up on the 19th. It didn't blow up on the 24th. I promise you. But the damage was already there 3 days before. No,
Yeah,
it's just an analogy. It's not. It's
yeah.
not fact.
Give or take some bullshit.
Yeah. I think this whole thing's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what Steve's putting out there. That's the Glerf needs the cope somehow or another, so he's in the back waiting.
Bases. To save this film from being 8 hours long, I've spent 2 weeks putting it all into spreadsheets rather than showing you 400 screenshot comparisons. But again, go double check my work. Don't be lazy and blindly trust my spreadsheets like Jaren trusts Globe software. Good research is verifiable. Be aware that timeanddate.com and dateandtime.info are both using a same standard time zone for all 22 bases out of the 46 that they both have information on. But sunrise.maplogs.com is using
That's another one question I got to ask. Why time zones and why are they so convoluted down there? Well, I think it's to cover some of the shit up, my friend.
Yeah. Why ask why? Try bud
Probably.
dry.
And I'm pretty sure within that, well, that was 1 kilometer, right? That whole base. How would you get so many convoluted time zones in that short of a distance? It would have to be.
That's why cops separate the people
Yeah,
committing
I
the
know.
crimes. They get different stories from each criminal.
You got to pan through them all to figure out who's lying. Oh, Matt's here. Hey, Matt. Hey, Matt. How you doing?
Shout out.
I'll get you the link for the front. Hold on a second. Oh, good God. This is getting almost painful. I think they do it on purpose that they convolute the truth. They really do. All right, I'm gonna put the link in here for you, Matt. Can you talk to me? Check, mic check. I can't hear you. Yeah, I'm gonna paste the link for the front. It's gonna be in the back in here. There's a Restream link in the back, so you can grab a hold of that thing. Got it? Do you see it? All right, I'll meet you around front too. Leave this part of the studio though. Oh, we got another guest joining us, an actual non-troll. It's Matthew. You've met him before, I'm sure. What's his screen name again? I forget what he uses for a screen name.
Matt says it ain't him.
No, it's not. No, it's not that Matt. It's the other Matt. He goes by a screen name. What's it? It'll come to me in a minute. I'm looking for it. His name is Matt Prince, by the way. Hey, Matt. How you doing?
Oh well. Hold up.
Well, I'm holding it. In no hurry. Not going nowhere.
Oh.
Mic discipline, man. Mic discipline. Come on. You can get there. Now you walked away. Good gravy. Matt, are you there?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can hear me.
We can hear you just fine, dude. Yeah. Can you hear him, JJ?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. You're in the stream now. Welcome to heaven.
Welcome. Salutations.
Matthew, what screen name do you go by again? I can't remember.
I don't think he can hear us.
Yeah, I think he's having audio problems. I imagine we get started on this video again and he'll start talking in the middle of the video. Can you guys hear me? If not, drop in and drop back out. Just save the link. Matthew. I don't think he can hear me. I think you're right, JJ. I think he's having audio issues. I'm going to mute him for now. All right. You ready to get back to it?
Yeah.
All right.
5 different time zones, so you have to subtract 5 hours for Casey, 7 hours for Vostok, 6 hours for Davis, and 3 hours for Dumont D'Urville to get them to the same zone as the others. And no, that is not proof of this. That works the same if the bases are scattered around the edge of the ice wall in reality. Even better, as you'll see.
Ooh.
Back to McMurdo, we've already seen that they can't agree what day the alleged 24-hour sun starts and ends each year. The last day all three agree there wasn't a 24-hour sun was October 21st. So I checked the length of day on that day to see if they at least agree on
I
that.
got to read this out. Brokeback Glacier. Don't thrust me, bro. Gentlemen, calm down. It's all right. That's funny. JJ. Awesome.
Since
Yeah, I'm
they're all
listening.
sitting within a half mile of each other, and then the sunrise and sunset times to see if they at least agree on that. Sunrise.maplogs doesn't track the solar noon, so those are on the other charts we will examine soon. Sunrise.maplogs and timeanddate.com seem to agree close enough for even me within 14 exact seconds on the length of day October 21st. But dateandtime.info says the day was 27 minutes longer. I don't know if that's what Jaron means by if you map the Earth on a sphere, then every sunrise and sunset time and angle is predicted and accounted for every single location there is. McMurdo Station is on the 77.5 south latitude. On the globe model, the equator at 0 latitude has to be spinning at 1,040 miles per hour to make a 24-hour day, because it is said its circumference is 24,901 miles around.
Allegedly. Oh, I got to take another break. It's getting. I mean, he's already making points as it goes. I'm gonna stop this for a minute. Say hi to Matthew. He's back in the shop. Matthew, you still here? Can you hear us?
Am I here?
Yes, you are. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Good, good. That's all I wanted to know. As long as you can hear me, it counts.
Wow. Well, it's the same. My internet's just crapping out on me here lately. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and get back out of here.
Yeah, is your provider just who is your provider anyway?
Metro right now.
Yeah, we only got one choice here in Denver. Guess what that is?
Yeah.
Xfinity.
Skylink or
Yeah,
Starlink
no,
or whatever.
no, it's Xfinity. It's
Oh, Xfinity. Yeah.
yeah.
I had
They're
Xfinity and I got rid of it, and now I wish I never would have.
well, yeah. There's no regrets in this world, man. No regrets.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna hop back out because yeah, I keep clipping and I'm seeing everything just going wonky here. But
Yeah.
good to see you, brother.
Good seeing you too, man.
Did you try shutting your YouTube? If you shut down YouTube, it usually fixes that.
Oh no, it's
Just throwing that
YouTube
out
shut
there.
down. I'm still in the
Oh,
it's
gotcha.
just it's popping up and down right now. It's going crazy. For some
Gotcha.
reason, it does this same time every night. I don't I don't know if you guys noticed this. I can hop on for like an hour and everything will be fine, but this
Yeah, I
time
get.
of night, for some reason, it just starts going crazy. But later, guys. Everybody, have a good night. Good to see you.
Eh, nice to
Later,
talk
man.
to you, man. Been a while. All right. That was Matthew, not the same Matthew, not Matthew Eastman, Matthew Prince. And I'm trying to remember his screen name. It's not obvious right off the top of my head. He was in the first one too. He came in. He was one of the first people you said hi to. AJ?
Is that One Mind, One
No,
Spirit?
no, not
No.
one mine. What is the name he goes by? God Almighty, it's bugging me because he didn't type anything in the chat this time. He just decided to come in.
Well, maybe he will here in a minute.
He will. He's probably going to sit out there in the chat and skank with the rest of them. Oh, good gravy. Yeah, I can't remember his stream name, but he's been around for a while. He's one of the first people I actually joined in the chat. He used to come over to PJ's all the time too. And he always have like a demon in his microphone. He'd burp at you like, oh. It's funny. Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't look like the time zones really fit their model, does it? There's so many things that are wrong with the globe model, and I think even no, we're not talking about you. One line. He's like, what? That's funny. Yes, one mind. We're talking about you. It's not you. It's the other Matthew. He has another screen name, and I'm trying to remember what it is. If I look back at the other stream, I could get it, but I'm not going to do it now. I don't have it like my chat saved. I leave my chat private for people. Like if you come in here and chat and you want to talk about something, if they're rewatching the stream at another place in time, they can't look back through the chat and steal your identity or block you or whatnot. So I leave that private, so it's not rebroadcast again. The chat is. I think it's a good idea. Don't you think so, Jay?
I missed it.
No, I was just saying.
I was high. I was high when you said that.
I was saying I don't leave the chats in in the streams itself. You can't open up the chat from the stream and look at it after the fact.
You don't?
No,
I thought you did.
no, because people can use that, dude. They can screenshot it if you get into a fight or something, or if they want to block.
Yeah, use it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Got nothing to hide.
Well,
Shit.
yeah, well, I know you don't, but there's people that like to have their privacy inside the chat. That's why I leave it like that. I could change it, but
There's no expectation of privacy while in the public.
yeah. Well, I don't consider my stream exactly public. Do you? I guess you could say it.
It's YouTube, Roger.
I think all the trolls that came in tonight was an example of how they want to steal my content. They really do. That's what. And remember
Yeah.
the public service announcement I made earlier. That's what they literally do. They think this is free. They got a free license to come back and take the content that we put out and make it public on their channel. And like,
You see how perseverance pays off though. Like your chats just over the last 5 months, it's like night and day,
oh
right?
yeah, yeah,
With that guy that comes with the broom all the time and sweeps around. He's like a
yeah,
janitor.
that guy. Who is that guy?
I know, but you need to get that guy a pay raise.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry. I'll send you some more. I'll get you a compass too, which is awesome.
Yeah, at least 13th month calendar. That's a currency
Is
nowadays.
it
Calendar.
calendar?
Ask the Lord, He'll tell you.
I'll tell you what. I'll go buy a couple more for Tamara and just start. I'll have him ship them to Jeremy and he can hand them out. I'm going to give him 3 of Nathan's books next month. As soon as I get the first paycheck I get, I'm going to buy 3 digital copies of it.
Right. I dropped a link in the
Oh, I saw that,
private
yeah.
chat. I'm sure we don't have time for it, but it's the same dude, and he talks about why the sun's south of, appears south of the Capricorn.
Yeah, I've seen this one. Yeah, we should play that.
It's
I'm not
cool.
going to go through all of this one. It's lengthy as hell.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do that tomorrow. I got a whole day. I'll take a couple hours and just go through the rest of them tomorrow. It's getting late here.
Right.
It's 11. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just showing that, it's going to be south of a lot of people down there regardless, right? Because obviously it's going to set in the west, but it'll still appear to be
Appeared.
damn sure not hooking a circle around Antarctica, that's for sure.
Is it now? Oh man, that you broke my heart, JJ. I was counting on that to happen. No, I'm
Yeah.
not.
While we're
I'm
at
counting
it, Santa's not real. Katy Perry
on.
didn't go to space.
And William Shatner's a flat earther. Although he did play in a lot of space movies and stuff.
And you are the
And he tells you,
biological father.
oh yeah, and Morgan Freeman actually is Jimi Hendrix. Oh yeah, and by the way, I was going to do the thing on the book tonight, but I couldn't get a hold of PJ. But Nathan made an analogy between him and what's that girl from the Eurythmics? What's her name? Annie Lennox. He's saying
Yeah.
that PJ's now Annie Lennox. They're from the same town, quote unquote. They were born at the same year, quote unquote. There's got to be Annie Lennox, PJ. You hear this, PJ? You are Annie Lennox.
Hey, if the shoe fits,
Yeah. You're Cinderella.
yeah, wear it.
Oh Jesus. It's been fun so far. It's fun to I'm getting a lot of hair standing up over there on the other side of the fence. Like, whoa, wait a minute, he's talking about that again. If they had
Yeah.
nothing to worry about, they wouldn't be over here talking, dude, or trying to get in and talk. One of the two. He just
The
doesn't
spurge
believe.
is real.
Yes. And I'm actually tempted some point in time, and either tomorrow I'm just going to like peruse over at the Discord and just see who's in the channels. Like I'll get one of the Spurgers triggered while I'm over there. Hop in like, hey, how's it going? Let's talk about azimuth. Let's talk about direction. Let's talk about level planes. Let's
Let's
talk
talk
about
about you and me.
yeah,
Let's talk
a lot of
about love. I don't know. Let's talk
yeah,
about it. Dude.
yeah, we can talk about it. I'd rather do it, but yeah, they don't want to make love for some reason. They get on the bed and they cuck for everybody else, but they don't seem to want to finish off, do they?
It's hard to make love when you can't keep it up. You know.
No, yeah. Well, they sell pills for that, don't they, JJ?
You'd have to ask Harmon about that.
Oh yeah. Well,
He's
we got to go to
listening,
the
by the
Harmon.
way.
Oh, I'm sure he is. Hey, Harmon, how's it going? I noticed Harmon.
Hi, Harmon.
Yeah. There's something. He has his fingers in a lot of the same arenas I'm in. Harmon's supporting a lot of the same people I do. Believe it or not.
Yeah,
Weird.
imagine that. Shout out to the caveman himself, the one, the
Oh, Captain
only
here. Oh Lord.
Captain Caveman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's put up the lessons that you got here for us. Let's see. What was it? What did you bring up? The southern, the south, the sun and the south of Capricorn on a flat Earth. That sounds like a good title. I don't know where he got that idea from.
Should write a book.
Yeah, maybe. I know a publisher. His name's Chuck. And I get if I sponsor your book, I get 30% of the take, and when I sell it, I had to sell it through me to get that 30%. So you had to go to
Well,
my link and do it. Yeah.
and if you
But I'm not.
steal it, Dan, if you steal it, you get 100% markup.
Oh no, yeah, 100% markup. Yeah, that 500 discount.
Yeah.
You want to watch this thing? It looks like it's worth watching. How long is it? 16 minutes? That's not bad. This is Steve again, same guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let's play it. Is it sharing? Is it going? Oh, there it is.
Requires your full attention. Put the
Sorry,
pipe down.
cake eaters, your globe does not work. This does, however, work on both the physical flat Earth model and the metaphysical etheric Earth toroidal model.
Ooh.
On the flat Earth, east and west are not straight lines like on a globe. They curve in a circle around the plane from either direction of where the
Odd that is, isn't it?
Very.
Yeah. So well, when east is west or elevator, it goes east and west are straight directions. No, you're a moron. We'll show. All right.
observer is. So relative to the solar noon sun.
Oh, Whirlies. No. Why are you doing this now? Now's not the time to whirl. By the way, the Earth doesn't twirl. Just to let you know.
Position for Lake Pukaki, New Zealand there, the sun is doing this, curving around the same east-west latitude line from
Like
Lake
a
Pukaki's
circuit.
solar noon to their sunset, whereas on a globe's east to west coordinates, it would look like this. But on the flat Earth, north just means closer to the North Pole in a latitude ring than from where it started or where you are observing from. So you may falsely say, well, if Lake Pukaki is here and the North Pole is that way, and their sunset is also kind of that same way, isn't that northwest of them? No, because north means
Listen
a
up,
latitude
Globies.
circle inside of that yellow circle closer to the North Pole, which the sun never does. The sunset point is still on the same exact yellow west latitude circle as where it was at their solar noon, even though it looks northwest to us looking down relative to facing the North Pole from there. So that green line between Lake Pukaki's solar noon and sunset
Perspectives
represents
rule.
true northwest, because anywhere on that yellow line between is still just plain old west. And what is the opposite of north? Obviously south. So if that green line is northwest of Lake Bukaki's solar noon, it is clear that position 0 is right on the green northwest line, and position 1, the purple arrow, is farther away from the green northwest line from solar noon position 0, and then position
See what happens when you don't bend radii? I know. Weird.
4, the light blue line, is even farther away from the north green line than both of those. And since the yellow line is due west and the green line is north and the opposite of north is south, anyone can see that even though the sun is traveling due west around that yellow circle, position 4 has to be southwest of positions 0 and 1 relative to position 0 or solar noon, because it is the farthest away opposite of the north green line. That's position 4 northwest, that's southwest, away from north. That's how the sun moves from 0 north solar noon to west southwest of New Zealand's sunset, while still giving everyone in Madagascar and South Africa on a latitude ring inside of New Zealand or north of New Zealand a 90-degree zenith solar noon straight overhead later that same exact day.
Weird, huh?
And that is how that same sun
So
can
weird.
come around north of New Zealand on the inside yellow northern latitude ring over Rio de Janeiro in South America at 90 degrees zenith solar noon straight over their Latin heads while New Zealand is having their nighttime. But then when it gets to here, New Zealand's next day's sunrise, be coming at New Zealand from the east-southeast, because relative to their solar noon, that
Good thing I got a compass for Christmas. You can
Going
find
in
your
deep.
degrees of latitude, man. Yeah. 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 Circumnavigation, try it.
green line is northeast of them, and that yellow line the sun is traveling around is clearly coming at their solar noon intersect from further away from that green line, or southeast of it, between hours 3 and 4, and sure as shit curves back towards the green line to end up north of them at their next.
Sorry, he said sure as shit.
Sure as shit. Yeah, when it got down there to like 6 or 7, it would have had to bust a hard left to make a 24-hour sun down there.
Yeah, it would have been horrible, wouldn't it? Now I'm looking at the inner ring, and I mean, this would be our summer here, right? See where I got my mouse there.
Yes.
This is why our days get shorter in the
Cancer.
winter
Tropic
time,
of Cancer. Yeah.
because our angle to the sun is further south. It's really weird.
That's why you have longer days as well. It explains the seasons and everything else.
I don't know. How do you explain seasons on a flat Earth? Well, you got to look into it, and you'll figure it out.
Well, your local sun. Let's start with
It's
that.
you, yes, causes heat that you can feel from here. Yes.
It gets
Anything
farther
else?
away.
Yeah.
And
But
just like
then you'll get like, yeah. Go ahead.
just like like a racetrack, it has to take a wider path on the outside, so that's hence the analema.
Oh yeah. I remember that. And I was just had one other thing. It was in my mind. It's still in here. I mean, whenever you mention, how would you get heat from a sun 93 million miles away from you? And I've done this in like Facebook chats, Discord, everywhere. You know what the first thing the Globey says to me? Are you looking for a Nobel Peace Prize? Like, no, I'm not. I got a question about a 93 million mile away sun causing heat magnitude here on Earth, and I get no real answers from them. They don't. Well, it's because I just don't understand light. I don't know. Sure. I don't think light's the bent end all be all of it. I think there's more to light than what you can't see. You might say, but I
No,
mean,
and I
even,
happen to subscribe to the inverse square law of light as well.
I've heard that one too. Now, I've actually seen it demonstrated a couple of times here and there. And there's something electric about it too. Maybe when you think
Everything is.
but got potential. Yes, sir. And you got personality. Well, let's play it.
Day's solar noon. just like this.
Ooh.
You? Not so much. Of course, I already explained this in the beginning of part 1 for those with eyes to see and brains that still function. But because New Zealand there in red is south or on an outside latitude ring farther out from the north than the ecliptic belt that the sun never leaves in yellow, no matter what day of the year, their solar noon will always be due north of them on a compass, whether the sun is here December 21st or way up here June 21st. The closest the sun will ever be to them on any given day in that yellow belt is here, due north. It will never go behind them where they have to turn around behind them.
Is that a glob model we're looking at?
It sure is. And it's oblate, it's a little chubbier
At the bottom,
at
yeah.
the bottom.
But isn't Neil deGrasse Tyson running around with the TFE footage claiming it's from the north?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Oopsie.
God. Oh, thank God Vlad was there to see it happen.
They would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you pesky flat earthers.
To what we are falsely programmed to think of as south on a compass to see their solar noon. The rising sun is not coming from a northern latitude ring inside that red circle closer to the North Pole than at New Zealand's solar noon, and it is not setting in a latitude ring in that red circle closer to the North Pole than New Zealand's solar noon. So it can't get any more norther from New Zealand than its closest solar noon point there. So angularly speaking, it is coming from the opposite southeast of due north solar noon, peaking in due north at solar noon, and setting in the opposite farthest southwest of closest north solar noon. Our globe indoctrination makes us think of south as just one direction. On the globe, if 360 people at the North Pole all head due south 1 degree longitude apart from each other, they all end up at the exact same place, there. There is only one south on the globe. On the flat Earth, they all end up scattered around the ice ring.
Yep, that's fact. And Duffy came over like right after TFE and kept bugging the living crap out of me, Flats, and everybody on the panel. Where's your South Pole? Where's your South Pole? Hey Roger. Hey Roger. Hey Roger. Yeah.
It's just past the 10.
No. Why did he spurg out? I would call that spurging out now. I got a term for it. Hey JJ. Hey JJ. Hey JJ.
Hey. Hey.
Oh God, help us! So they actually believe all this crap. They have to promote it in order to make their model work. The model itself in their own minds. It's a mind fuck. It really is. So if all directions from north or south, if you find true north or magnetic north, which I consider true north, then you go from there and you would actually have any direction would be a southern latitude, right? We don't have an equator. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
What you're seeing is a mirage.
And and pi equals 2. Remember that. Just keep that in mind for the next stream. We're going to go over some of that in the next stream.
With no Uber lift home, because there are infinite souths fanning out in a circle from the one North Pole. Gleason felt there was even more to the story, and again, I'm not claiming or agreeing this is how it is or how it works, only showing you how it could work where it can't work on a globe. The globies themselves say it is computed that the sun's rays lose nearly 1/4 their brilliancy by passing through the Earth's atmosphere, and if that atmosphere, alleged to be 45 miles, extended 15 times as far from the surface as it does, or 675 miles, we should receive no light at all from the sun, but should be plunged into perpetual night or darkness.
Now, have you ever witnessed that in reality yourself?
Negative.
That's they're telling you this is a claim. Obviously, it's in black and white here, so, and they got it highlighted. This is a globe claim. So, let's put that to a test. We could do like a little observation that would actually determine whether you lose sunlight over 45 miles and it becomes perpetually dark. Yeah. We could get like a spot out in the middle of the wilderness. We could have no lights at all, and we could actually at least time the sun to see how far away it is from us as it goes away, and then see if we're in complete darkness. Well, besides the starlight, moonlight, sunlight.
Remember that. Light penetrates the rare body, like hot or dry air, further than the denser, like cold or moist air. It also passes through the more transparent more readily than through the less transparent. Anyone outside on a cloudy day or foggy morning versus a sunny, cloudless day can attest to this. Heat expands or rarefies air, and cold condenses it. The southern atmosphere is more transparent or rarefied than the northern atmosphere, meaning light penetrates farther through the air in the south. Thus, the tropical or equatorial air is expanded more and rare than the cold Arctic and also the cold Antarctic. So Gleason surmised when the sun is here on the red equator ring on both the March 21st and September 21st spring and fall equinoxes, even though the sun's light should shine in a full round circle around it, because the atmosphere in the Arctic inner circle and Antarctic outer ice wall circle are so cold they are condensed and the sun's light cannot penetrate their air, while the much hotter and
Holy kidney beans. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you would get as observable light from a local sun. It wouldn't penetrate the cold air because it's more dense, correct? In those sections. Weird, huh? And when it heats up down in the southern parts, that when it's on the Tropic of Capricorn, it's going to warm up a little bit. You'll get more daylight, not sun. 24 hours of it. This is probably testable and provable. You know, scientifically correct.
rarefied air between the warm tropics and
Is that what you said, JJ?
Demonstrable.
Demonstrable. Oh, okay, I thought you said impossible. Demonstrable. Yes, sir. Yeah. So I mean, we could do this. Yeah. And obviously, they know this. So why lie? Is my question. Because they got to believe it. I don't know, or why all the cover up? I don't know. Are they convincing somebody else other than themselves and the people that are at the top of this food chain? They got to know about this stuff. Gleason didn't fall. It didn't come out yesterday, did it?
No. Ultimately, they're hiding our significancy. You know, the fact that we're the center of creation, not some accident, amoeba, pond scum, monkey, parasite.
Right now. Yeah. Well, it's 11:30, guys. I'm going to finish this off and get the hell out of here.
a little further each way outside allows the light to penetrate further, hence making this bean shape in yellow instead of a perfect circle. Its light is able to expand through the rarefied air east and west around the circle in the bean shape, but not the cold and condensed air north or inside circle or south, the ice ring circle. And since the outer or southern air is more rarefied than the northern, the most light would penetrate farthest from the source sun in the southern latitude rings, the long green arrow, which could also explain why Lake Pukaki, New Zealand, who is still having hot 72 degrees Fahrenheit or 22 Celsius days in March and September, like Denmark's hottest summer days in June in the condensed northern hemisphere air, despite the sun provably being way far north of them on the red equator ring, could have the light preceding the actual sun appearing to come in from the southeast and leave in the southwest, because the sun's preceding and trailing light is penetrating farther in the southern rarefied air. The sun's light is almost as far south as the ice wall there, and that same ice wall is clearly south of New Zealand there. So is that preceding light not approaching New Zealand from the southeast? And that light hasn't even fully penetrated the ice shelf yet. Whereas this same effect would be even more pronounced on the December 21st winter solstice, which is actually hot summer for New Zealand, when the sun is still north of New Zealand, but even more south of the equator on the Tropic of Capricorn Ring, meaning even more hot air and rarefied air for the south, and allowing even more southern light to get through on its way to and from New Zealand at sunrise and sunset. This time, penetrating even into the ice shelf itself, not just outside of it like the equinoxes. Now imagine the mental globe gymnastics it takes to look at Ujjain, India there, on the northern inner Tropic of Cancer, just south below the sharp peninsula of Dubai there, in June, on the June 21st summer solstice, having their solar noon 90 degrees zenith straight above their head, proving the sun is indeed traveling east-west across the Tropic of Cancer. And there's Lake Pukaki, New Zealand, way down south of the Tropic of Cancer, and way southeast of Ujjain, India, there on a globe. So after Pukaki's sunset, the sun is provably still moving northwest away from Lake Pukaki. Southwest of them on a globe would be the sun putting on the brakes and shooting.
Wow. The globe doesn't work at all in its model, even at longitude and latitude. It doesn't.
It's been falsified, that's for sure, man. And it's right there in your face all the time. Like the Arctic Circle, the Antarctic. The sun arcs around the north and anti-arcs away from the south. It's always you keep it simple, stupid. Occam's razor, baby, for the win.
Good win. I remember when I first got involved in the arena, I went to Walmart and I actually went to their website and I bought a Gleason's map and a Gleason's shirt, and I still have both. And I just was attracted to it for some odd reason. And I haven't really studied all of it, but I'm going to break it apart. And I do have Gleason's book saved to a PDF, so I should actually read through that too. It's a good book. I guarantee you it's a good read. He asked all the same questions that we've been asking back then that we're asking now with their model. Their model just seems to like fall to pieces, doesn't it? If you get it wet, it falls apart.
Yeah, it's garbage. Refuse.
Yeah. No wonder they're trying to get in here today. They don't want me to keep reviewing the same stuff I have been reviewing for the last year because I'll just remember it. It's cognitive. It's good to just check yourself. Like, wait a minute, I'm getting involved in these debates for what reason again? The burden of proof is on who again? Uh, Once you falsify one thing, what about the rest? The rest of it is inconsequential. It doesn't mean anything. It's just something they put together
Yeah.
for the general masses. It's definitely a lie.
Falsification is independent of replacement.
Yep. And we don't have to replace it. We just need to go make our own observations. Then you can verify these things. That's the best way to do it. Then that's one of the reasons why I want to go down and prove they actually did some pretty shady shit with this
Yeah.
TFE thing.
I think
Yeah.
this is a really good video, though. It's it's important.
Yeah.
Perspectives rules, Roger.
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah. But you see, everybody has perspective. It's just not my channel.
Yeah.
It's a good channel name, I thought. Yeah.
I don't see a lot of people, showing what this video showed precisely. I think it's good stuff.
Yeah. Steve did a good job, man. I like him. I've liked the guy since I first watched a couple of his videos. Like, wait a minute, he's making valid points like this. There's a port down here in South America, and if you're going to like some port, I think they were going from there to Asia, one of the islands, and it takes this amount of time to get there. But the miles they show on a globe are like uh, one third of that. Why are they taking so long for that mariner to get to that other port in Asia? Like, okay, well, there's a good question. Obviously, he's traversing a longer distance.
Yeah.
So therefore, that's why the ruined radius part, because if the radial value of the outside of the globe is a certain distance, you would not be able to travel further in the southern part of the globe. Hence Clark and Cook's journeys why they were so long. But I mean, the only way to verify for that myself is, but take these mariners' word for it and get their logs and their times from one port to the other would be enough evidence to disprove that, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
It's
but
not circumstantial.
At the end of the day, is trust me, bro. You know,
Yeah, I know.
it's
But I mean,
it's all
if a steamer went from one port to the other, I don't think he's going to lie about the time it took him to get from one port to the other. You know, is he
yeah,
trying to falsify the globe in that process? No, that's probably the time he logged in and logged out. You could look at each port as a time in and time out, right? When you get your
this is
ship to
true.
port, yeah, that's basically that's the evidence I've looked at, and it's actually pretty telling. It really is within itself. And so far, we haven't found evidence to the contrary.
Yeah, and flight paths are a banger as well. You know, there's many, many, many flight paths that obviously don't work on their stupid globe either.
Yeah, well, they got these go to ones that I want to look at again, and I think Jaron did some time looking at them too, and he figured out how they cut time with some of them, and it's usually the jet streams, and you can actually demonstrate how the jet streams would actually do this. And if I guarantee you, if you're an airline, if you had jet streams you could actually use to get your flight from one place to the other without using fuel, they will do it. You know,
You're damn right they will.
yeah. Let's go surfing, windsurfing. All right, let's play the rest of this. Get out of here.
Straight down there, past Fantasy Island. Yet here's Lake Pukaki, New Zealand on the same day in June, the 21st, the northern summer solstice, doing exactly that, having their receding sunlight after sunset moving west southwest of them to south southwest of them. This is obviously more than ludicrously impossible on a globe. Without the globe suddenly spinning south to north 90 degrees to make the visual sun shoot north to south 90 degrees and killing everyone instantly with cataclysmic tidal waves and earthquakes every day, this provably happens. But again, it works fine theoretically on the physical flat earth Gleason model, with the sun's preceding and following light still reaching, approaching, and leaving New Zealand from farther south outside latitude circles than the actual visible sun itself, provably north of New Zealand. I think Gleason felt the cake eaters of his day were confusing the source of light, the sun, or like this flashlight, with the actual light projection coming from it. In this analogy, this flashlight never leaves the center of the room, but since its light beam is crepuscular, it would be approaching and leaving certain objects slightly from their center.
That's a dirty word, JJ.
Crepuscular?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Most lights are what crepuscular.
Yeah, absolutely. It's because they're local. You wouldn't be able to see them if they weren't. What a
I
concept.
didn't.
Because light
Uh,
attenuates. That's what this example is. You know, it shows you that a local light taking its local, or local source taking its local light with it. You know,
yeah, as it leaves and as it comes in, it brings its light with it, and it leaves with its
exactly.
light too.
It's just light
Weird, ain't
attenuation, just how it works, man. Sorry, Globers.
it? Yeah. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Mouth as it turns, like this. But they say it must be the guy holding the flashlight walking out towards them on an angle. Well, couldn't that also happen on a globe? Not when they contradictorily claim their alleged poles from 80 to 90 degrees north and south latitude still receive oblique 40% incidental sunlight radiation of equatorial regions, accounting for an alleged 24-hour south polar sun despite the cold and actually causing the cold, not deflecting around the cold towards the center of their alleged globe. Sorry, that's called having your cake and eating it too.
Oh, hot damn!
Gleason's book is riddled with chapters, Bible passages, Antarctic voyages, etc., and even this on his own map under the December 21st solstice. On December 21st, the sun moves around the Tropic of Capricorn and during the day lights up the southern portion of the Earth from the Antarctic Circle to some portion of the Antarctic ice, as he illustrates here. But then he says, there is no sunlight beyond 80 degrees south latitude, but unknown regions of ice. Coincidentally, that just happens to be exactly that blue latitude ring where I showed you there are no bases.
Is that like the place you can't cross, JJ?
Soft limits, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the blue line there. Yeah, and
Antarctica.
I'm looking at this red dot up here. I think it might be maybe a Union Glacier, maybe or something. No, the Union Glacier is a little west of there. I think it's right about there on Gleason's. I think this may be
Yeah.
what they
That's
consider
the
the South Pole.
60th south or what?
Yeah. Well, there's. I want to see why he's got that circle. He may bring it up. We'll see.
Further outside of, other than the highly dubious alleged Amundsen Scott South Pole base,
that's it.
and the same exact latitude where all of the early explorers said there was an impenetrable ice barrier, and the same latitude the globe calls the southern pole of inaccessibility.
Ta-da.
Whoopsie.
And the same latitude where Dome Fuji Base is parked 150 miles north of on one of these dome walls, but either won't or can't go any further for some reason, and Google's satellites magically won't let us see what is beyond that.
Is that with a K, JJ?
What was that?
Magic. Is that with a K?
Yeah, with a K is black magic,
Oh, absolutely.
Water needs a containment. What a concept, It can't be on the outside of a spinning ball at 1,000 miles an hour, and bendy,
Is that magic?
curvy.
Is that magic too with a K?
It's dark magic with a K.
Yeah. Anyways,
Engineering.
oh yeah, real good engineer. I think God's a real good engineer, to tell you the truth. I mean, he built the place we live in. It's pretty amazing.
The finest.
Well, I mean, it does have its pitfalls, and the devil is here, isn't he? Somewhere.
Yeah, who knows how good it would be without their meddling ways,
Yeah, this is definitely a lie, and it's a big one. It's been going on for a while.
South Pole, apparently thinking grayed out boxes with their logo is somehow more important than taking pictures of the alleged mysterious South Pole. And the same latitude where the ice wall indents in from the ocean, and there are no Antarctic bases, nor have there ever been. In the same time zone, Fantasy Island draws bulging out into the ocean as where they are hiding 3 hours of time in the north, and we're to believe this is all just one big coincidence? No light at all is a far cry from this alleged 24-hour globe sun that nobody can even agree on when it happens.
And I've been saying something about that line in the north, the date line, for a while. Like they're hiding something there, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
And that bulge where there's no bases, and there nobody goes to that part of the Pacific or transits across it, do they? No, not really. No boats go to that way. No airlines. It's strange. Odd.
For your best
Within
interest.
days or weeks of each other.
Hold on, JJ. What you say?
The New York Post.
I just said it's for your best interest.
It is my best interest. Not just tell me what it really is, or I'll just tell the whole world what it is. Yeah. Anyways, well, I'm glad we're here. We're learning.
Recently ran an article about living in Antarctica. Their expert, Byron Adams, a Brigham Young professor of biology who has spent several stretches at McMurdo Base, usually staying for 2 or 3 months, assures us that the sun at McMurdo fully rises once in October and sets in March. How many times has this guy been there? March. There's McMurdo. Allegedly, the 24-hour sun ends February 20th or February 19th, nearly 2 weeks before March. The only base that allegedly gets a March sunset is the dubious Amundsen Scott South Pole base, allegedly 860 miles south of McMurdo. Why can't these people ever get their stories straight?
Oops. Well, we're done with that, and I think the story isn't straight at all.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's all it is his story. There's nothing factual about it.
No, I'm glad we're doing this again, just to reiterate it. I mean, and people are
This
going
is
to.
good, dude. It's a good video.
Yeah, it is. I've watched this before. I think I've done a show on it here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want to go to bed. Take a hiatus. I'll be on tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm a little poop myself, man. I appreciate you once again.
I appreciate you, JJ. I'm glad you brought that video with you too. That was like a cherry on top of the sundae.
Yeah, it's the same creator, so it just reminded me of it, and I just I really feel like it's important, for just for perspective point of view, perspectives
Respect.
rules. Shout out, much love to everybody for being here, as
Thanks for stopping.
always. God bless, and love
I
you all.
gotta pick up a song to play out with. That's just tradition. And
The Home
give me
Depot song.
I don't have the Home Depot song saved to this. I got it saved to the. I know. I can get it from Paul. I'll talk to Paul and ask him if he's got it. Laying around. He's got it. He's got it downloaded to a PDF.
I like that one, "The Lies in Your Eyes" or whatever. You remember that one? I don't know.
It's been a while.
I think it was Banjo that put that one out. I think.
Oh, let's not piss off Banjo.
Nah.
No, Banjo wouldn't care. Actually,
shout out to Mr. Harmon Walker as well.
He's here now. Oh, hey Harmon, how's it going, bud?
The one, the only.
We've had fun today, haven't we?
We have.
We have. I'm gonna give me a song. I got Rugged Man up. Should I play that?
Yeah, sounds good.
Rugged Man's not bad. It's one of his off videos. It's not one of the most popular ones. But I mean, he got blackballed by Jive Records anyway. So. These people don't like people to make money. They want to make your money for you. Yeah. Especially record producers and record companies.
Yeah, I say if you don't build your dreams, somebody will pay you to build theirs.
Oh yeah. Well, then you're just a tool, aren't you? Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. All right, guys. Oh, I'm glad you stopped by. We'll do the rest of this Scam Arctica tomorrow. I'll set up a stream, and then I hope I can get a hold of PJ and we'll do a book review. I have like 4 or 5 more chapters I want to read with Nathan's book, and I'm just going to review a lot of the new books that have come out. And I have a whole panel up to do it with me, like JJ. It'll work out. Well, I'm going to say goodnight, guys. JJ, thanks for coming up and helping me out. And Ryan, thanks for helping me out too. All right. Good night, everybody. Hopefully, I'll be getting Antarctica this solstice or Punta Serenas, one of the two. Whatever I can afford to get done, so we can do some observations of our own, unimpeded by other people. I'm not going to say who or what entity. Otherwise, yeah. Hopefully.
Get out of here, will you? Get out of here.
I am the legendary.
Yo, people wondering where the fuck I've been. At the VIP section, they ain't letting me in. They say maybe if you had Dr. Dre or Timberland. They say a white boy need a black boy to win. Bubba Sparks did it and so did Slim. Just Blaze is hot now, why don't you get with him? I watch mad rappers bite my shit and blow up and make millions off what I created. That's tough luck. I first started getting coverage around the same time Steve Stout used to carry Kid and Play's luggage. I seen rappers turn from sex symbols and heartthrobs to being forgotten. Now they out looking for jobs. I seen EPMD break up. I seen my little brother Max fall asleep and he ain't never wake up. So when I rhyme, listen seriously. When I spit, I'm giving you the truth. Clearly who I really be. It's an audio version of reality TV. I had deals from Russell Simmons to Master P. Even 5-year-old white girls be rapping today on the playground like, oh shorty, it's your birthday.
It's a little story I got to tell. I am the legendary.
I seen good days, sun rays, church Sundays. Made love, made war, been rich, been poor. Lost friends, lost lawsuits, lost my dough. Seen beef between bad boy and death row. I seen disease take the life of my sister's kid. 6 months on the earth, that's all he had to live. I seen Biggie, Big L, Big Pun pass away. Buffy from the Fat Boys, Jam Master Jay. A month before they blew up with Mystical and Jay-Z, the Neptunes came to see me at D&D. I knew this chick named Nora, a lounge singer. A year later, she a 6th Grammy Award winner. I seen flatliners, I seen cannabises, I seen Little Zanes, yeah, I seen Mad Misses. You Antoinette ass bitches get 10% disses. I seen A&Rs get fired for taking pisses. Stop whining and bitching, nobody listen. Who else risking their career to stick to being different? Switching the tradition, sticking to the shit they really living. I don't care what's hitting, listen, this my motherfucking life that I'm spitting.
Here's a little story I got to tell.
I am the legendary
I'm at peace with myself now, how about that? I hated life, I wanted to die a few years back. I was mentally ill, it's hard to come back from that, but I got through it, now I got my sanity back. Y'all are like HBO fighters, get the money and fame, then you get beat up like Klitschko and Sugar Shane, or get beat like Vernon Forrest or Prince Nassim. Yeah, you all turn pussy once you get that green. I got love for Havoc from Mobb Deep. When I was broke, sleeping in the street, he hooked me up with a free beat. Alchemist, you still my little buddy, even though you stole that Royce the 5'9", the King beat from me. I ain't down to sign autographs or shake your hands. I don't want trendy ass followers for fans. I don't wanna sell records, I don't wanna be big. I don't want MTV running up in my crib. I don't wanna be liked in the music biz. I don't want fans that don't know who G-Rap is.
Here's a little story I got to tell.